Alright, I was going to say this in the beginning of the video. I totally forgot. So now I'm saying it in the beginning of the video. To really grasp, like, this whole video is one giant, long, kind of funny joke, but the real punchline is right at the end. And if you skip forward, it's just not going to have the same impact. I'm not trying, often I don't say you guys got to watch to the end, but I'm saying this time, you really kind of want to watch through the whole thing because it's fucking worth it. I think it's worth it. Every time I get to the end of this video, I about fucking shit myself. I think it's worth it. Alright, shit's just been really serious for far too long. We gotta get back with the funny. And this guy is just amazing.
In this video, we will reveal the details of Hyperianism.
Yes!
The mathematical system that will replace science and religion.
I never thought I would hear that somebody was going to say that math was going to replace science.
The system of the future is here.
I gotta admit, that's an extraordinarily basic intro.
Your world in its current state is a hell. The rich elite that rule this planet, through their hoarding of money and manipulations of the power systems, keep the masses in a constant state of slumber, confusion, infighting, and division.
Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to argue with every single point that this guy makes, but I kind of got to give that guy about, I don't know, at least 60-70% of that one. That's fairly accurate.
Their systems of capitalism and consumerism has turned humanity into brain-dead shoppers that are completely unaware of what they are, where they are, and why they are here.
I know what I am. I know where I am. But I don't know what's going on.
Vile religions dominate the globe, spreading sexism, homophobia, and violence. They are a mental plague far worse than any physical disease. They have been the #1 cause of death and destruction on your planet.
It eternally annoys me that people work so hard to convince people that people aren't the reason why people do bad things. No, it's religion. That's what it is that turned people into assholes. No, people were always assholes. They just use religion as a tool. Kind of like it isn't the gun's fault when some crazy kid goes and shoots up his school. It's the gun's fault. Wait, did I just fuck that up? I think I just fucked that up. It's not the crazy kid's fault when the crazy kid takes a gun into school and shoots it up. It's the gun's fault. If only we didn't have guns, then nobody would kill each other.
These restrictive thought systems have caused immense sexual repression, which has damaged your people's understanding of unity.
Again, I do have to kind of give him that one, though. But still, it's people doing that shit to people. But there is a lot of, again, 60-70% correct on that one.
Hyperianism will create a new world, free from hateful religions. We will build a new culture that maximizes the freedom of the individual and the whole. A culture based on logic, reason, mathematics, compassion, and art.
Well, logic and reason have almost nothing to do with compassion. And mathematics very rarely intersects with art. So,
Everyone must be given the freedom and equal opportunity to become the best versions of themselves through learning, exploration, and creativity. This means by understanding the mathematical nature of reality, as well as learning through creating art, having connections with others, and experiencing love and sex in a consensual manner.
You ever notice how the weird looking ones always make these things that involve people having sex? Methinks it has something to do with maybe you can't get laid otherwise. Just throwing that out there.
The prefix hyper means higher or beyond. In ancient Greek, it meant over or above. Hyperions are those that seek to go higher, to transcend human limitations, and to overcome all obstacles.
I'm okay with that. That's pretty good. Overcoming obstacles. Yeah, I like that.
Hyperianism is all about creating yourself into the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, to self-actualize, to take your inner infinite potential and bring it forth into the world. Hyperianism is based on deductive truths and a priori logic.
For those of you who aren't familiar with the term word salad, it's when you just kind of throw a shit ton of words together and hope that people think it makes sense. But it doesn't.
It is a mathematical system. Mathematics shows that reality is not based on matter, but instead on mathematical energy, sine and cosine waves. And you are not a body, but instead are a mind, a soul.
Well, I thought we weren't doing religion. Belief in the soul is kind of spiritualism. Big part of religion.
Which is an eternal system of mathematical energy, a complete and consistent set of all possible sine and cosine waves. You, as a mind, are a self-organizing, evolving mathematical system of infinite energy. This is not a physical reality, but is instead a reality of mind, of thought, as defined by mathematical frequency. The mathematical interactions of all the minds in existence give rise to what humanity calls space-time.
For all the talk of mathematics, he gives you precious little math.
Your mind and all of reality is governed by Euler's formula, the soul equation. Every mind, being a self-organizing system of mathematics, is seeking to increase its symmetry, to organize its internal mathematical energy into the most optimal pattern, to increase its power, to evolve. Hyperions are those that have consciously realized this, and thus are living their lives to become the best versions of themselves that they can possibly be. To struggle, strive, and evolve. They are constantly going higher and overcoming. We have a saying, per aspera ad astra, which means, through hardships to the stars.
Now, I let that go for quite a long time. At least we got a little bit of math. He put up a math equation of some sort or another. Doesn't fucking explain it at all. Of course not. Because why educate when you're talking about what it is you want to educate people on?
This means that your struggle is a refining fire that builds you into a better person and will ultimately lead you to the stars themselves.
Now, the makeup is starting to make sense.
Humanity chooses the easy path, the path of least resistance. Hyperions choose the difficult path, the most rewarding path. Throw yourself into the fires of life and rejoice in struggle, for it is through your overcoming that you will become gods and goddesses.
Again, religion.
The philosopher Henri Bergson said, "The universe is a machine for making gods." The living laws of mathematics shows that we are reality experiencing itself through a multiplicity of individual selves, through you, through I. We are reality. We are the universe. The universe as expressed through us as individual minds is becoming conscious of itself, and it maximizes its consciousness by realizing what it is through reason. This was understood by the great philosopher Hegel, as laid out in his book, The Phenomenology of Mind. Above all, Hyperianism is 100% based on reason and logic as exemplified and defined by mathematics. This is accurately and simply summed up in Leibniz's principle of sufficient reason, which states that for everything that exists, there exists a sufficient reason why it is thus and not otherwise.
I'm letting a lot of this go. I get it. But seriously, man, he rehashes the same thing over and over again, and he just throws a whole lot of stuff out there. Doesn't explain fucking any of it. I could seriously pick this video apart sentence by sentence. But I don't need to. He gives you everything you need to know. My favorite time he does that is, for everything that exists, there exists a sufficient reason why it is thus and not otherwise. So doesn't that kind of explain why religion exists? Wouldn't there be a sufficient reason for it to exist? Isn't the rejection of pretty much everything that he says that he rejects throughout this video kind of run counter to fucking quoting that?
In other words, there is no such thing as miracles. For everything that exists, there is a reason why it exists the way that it does.
Yeah, no shit.
As the philosopher Hegel said, what is rational is real, and what is real is rational. We absolutely reject all mainstream religions, faith-based religions, as well as those religions based on mysticism.
Yet you're talking about being gods in the soul. Where the fuck does that come from?
We reject any system that is not based on reason, as they inevitably lead to confusion, misunderstanding, and chaos.
Well, I'm very confused at all of the chaos that you're talking. So are you saying that you're willing to reject your own philosophy?
We reject the illogical idea of an external God. We are self-fulfilling, free-thinking, autonomous individuals. Hyperians realize, understand, and consciously acknowledge that truth is discovered through reason and logic. Anything that contradicts reason is false.
So then now I really don't know what the fuck to make of this. Because most of this shit doesn't sound very fucking reasonable.
Reason must be the supreme code on which your mind operates in order to properly structure and mentally categorize information. If your mind does not operate on reason, then it will inevitably hold many contradictory and insane beliefs, as is clearly seen in the insane religious systems that exist in your world today.
And yet again, so often in this video he talks about gods in the soul.
We also reject scientific materialism, which states that all of reality is composed of matter or is the product of matter.
Wait. So, things aren't made up of matter. You reject things are made up of matter. That doesn't sound reasonable, rational, nor logical. If not made of matter, what, pray tell, are they made of?
This is an absurdly illogical position that has no sufficient reason and is based on sense data rather than rational, necessary truths.
So the data that I get from my senses isn't rational or logical. See, it isn't what you can see, hear, touch, and taste, folks. It's something else, apparently.
In other words, the position of materialism is based on faith in the senses. Materialism is a childish view of reality. It is an empirical system, which is directly opposed to our rationalist mathematical system.
So it's things aren't made of matter. Things are made of rationalism and math.
We are not New Age love and lighters, but embrace all aspects of reality.
Wait! You embrace all aspects of reality, but yet you reject so much of it. This guy just does nothing but contradict himself through this whole video.
Both light and dark. There is no such thing as sin. Traditional morality, as a set of unchanging rights and wrongs, is a disastrous and illogical idea, one which we absolutely reject, and on which we spit.
So like, thou shalt not kill, steal, rape. You reject that kind of morality and spit upon it. So then you're cool with murder, theft, and all the other atrocious things that people do. How does that add up?
We do not support unconditional love. Our love is reserved for those who also love. There are many vile people in this world who need to be stopped, and we have no love for those that control this world and enslave the population.
I thought you said you accepted all aspects of reality, and you rejected morality. Isn't enslavement and tyranny, aren't those moral distinctions? Huh?
The rich elite want nothing more than to spread the message of unconditional love so that the people are easy to control.
Again? I kind of got to give them that one. It's like there's certain parts that make sense that I can kind of go, I can see that. And then there's huge spans of nonsense in between, and then he throws out another gem like that where I kind of got to go, okay.
Love should be reserved for those that also love. We are not anarchists, libertarians, or voluntarists. These systems of disorder inevitably lead to rule by the mob, which eventually becomes a breeding ground for rule by tyrants.
Libertarian? How the fuck is libertarianism turned into rule by tyrants? And what the fuck even is voluntarian?
Disorder is directly opposed to a system of reason. Ultimately, they lead to chaos, rape, rule by the strongest, and all manner of atrocities.
But those are moral distinctions. And you spit upon those. So wait. Huh?
Being that we uphold equal opportunity for everyone, we reject these systems.
But I thought you accepted all aspects of reality. Huh?
We support a rational system of government in which only the most rational, intelligent, and compassionate are allowed to lead.
But those are moral distinctions. You spit upon those. Huh?
We are not capitalists, as that system rewards individuals for bullying, conning, intimidation, and other psychopathic behavior. It creates an environment in which often the worst people imaginable are rewarded and climb to the top.
The worst people imaginable, again, moral distinction. But I want you to remember for the end of this video, not capitalist, fuck all that. That's horrible, right?
We support a system of government that empowers its citizens based on their intelligence, merit, effort, and creativity.
Well, how do you judge merit and creativity? Because I've seen some shit art. I remember I used to watch the tattoo competition. What the fuck was it called? Ink Master. And one guy did a tattoo on somebody that had 2 left feet. That's shit.
Ultimately, Hyperianism is 100% founded on logic and reason and mathematics, which leads to ultimate knowledge and freedom. Only living mathematics explains existence.
But are you going to ever fucking explain living mathematics?
If you place anything above reason, such as feelings, the senses, or intuition,
but compassion would be a part of feelings, and intuition is very useful. I wouldn't put them above reason. I guess I kind of get that part. I wouldn't put that above reason. But he lists them all as the same fucking...
Then you are not a Hyperion.
So then are you even a fucking Hyperion?
These things are important, and they have their place, but it must be understood that reason is above all of them and is the highest faculty of mind.
Okay. So we don't like those things, but we need them. But reason above all else. I'm with him again.
Hyperions understand that they are not bodies, but are eternal minds.
Housed within bodies.
Souls.
Which is kind of religious.
Governed by Euler's formula, the soul equation.
Which you never fucking explain.
And all of us taken together, we are the universe experiencing itself.
Which is kind of like masturbation.
Hyperions seek to always go higher and to create themselves into the best possible versions of themselves.
I'm fine with that again.
The philosopher Nietzsche said, "We are the new, the unique, the incomparable, those who impose on themselves their own law, those who create themselves."
For some odd reason, that just sounds terribly out of context.
Nietzsche also understood that humanity was simply an evolutionary bridge between the ape and something higher. That something higher is the Hyperion. We are beyond human. We are the next evolutionary step.
I thought that was mutants.
The information we are bringing to this world is something it has never seen before.
The world has never seen rational thought or mathematics? Huh?
For the first time, we are bringing the truth of existence into public awareness. Your world is on the brink of war and destruction, but we are here to show this planet the way forward. If you support the backward systems of mainstream religion, faith, mysticism, empiricism, or materialism, then we want nothing to do with you.
Okay.
We will bring an end to the age of faith and the senses and usher in the age of reason. We want only the best, the highest, only those who shine the brightest.
Something tells me you're not going to get that with this pitch, sir. I think the best and the brightest are going to see right through this.
We are calling on all forward-thinking creatives and intelligentsia, the artists, philosophers, and rationalists. If you are on the side of logic and reason,
only logic and reason?
And mathematics.
And mathematics.
If you seek to create a new world free of mainstream religion and filled with reason, creativity, compassion, and art.
Reason and compassion oftentimes do intersect, but not usually.
Then join Hyperianism and create with us a new world. We are the future. Ad Astra. To the stars. Make sure that you like and subscribe and check out my Patreon to watch hidden videos. So you have to ask yourself, who are you? Are you satisfied with old humanity? Are you satisfied with this world? Or are you going to fucking struggle to evolve and push yourself and move forward and to build a new world?
Who wouldn't want to pay to watch those videos?
I want to say thank you to everyone with me on Patreon. I'm happy for you to be a part of the community that's growing there. And it's your support that allows our movement to flourish.
Kind of capitalism.
Let's take this world to the next level.
I think that it's entirely possible you might see a lot more videos with this guy. I love this guy. He's fucking out there in just a wonderful way. And I would really like to learn more about the math involved. He gave us precious little math. I'd like to understand whether or not having eyebrows is a thing that Hyperians do or do not have. I like my eyebrows. I'd kind of like to keep them. So I can't be a part of this if I have to lose my eyebrows. That ain't gonna fucking happen. There's just no fucking way that's gonna happen. And I don't know, I just have so many questions. And I think this man has the answers because this is entirely shit that he has made up in his head. And if anybody's gonna have the answers, really it's only him. So look forward to seeing more of this guy, because he's fucking awesome.